Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Let's Grow. I hope you are very well and doing great in your life. So today's topic of discussion is what is valve, its functions and the types of valves. So in this video we are going to discuss about the various types of valves and how they functions and where we use the valves. So let's start this video without any delay. So initially we will discuss about that what is a valve. A valve is a device that regulates, directs or control the flow of a fluid by opening, closing or partially obstructing the various passageways. So correct. So valve is a device which regulates or control the flow of a fluid by obstructing the flow, correct? So, and what is the function of a valve? Valve stop or start the fluid flow, correct? With the help of valve we can start or we can stop the flow of fluid. We can vary the amount of fluid flow. We can control the discharge. Controlling the direction of a fluid flow, we can control the direction as well, and we can regulate the downstream system or process pressure, correct? So it means whatever pressure is required or whatever discharge is required in the downstream, we can control that particular threshold discharge or pressure by using the valve, and we can save the system which is available in the downstream of the pipe network, correct? So now there are various types of valve, out of which in this video we are going to discuss these 9 types of valve, correct? Which include the globe valve, gate valve, ball valve, needle valve, butterfly valve, diaphragm valve, check valve, safety valve and scour valve, correct? So initially we will discuss with the globe valve, correct? So here you can see the figure of a globe valve. A globe valve is a linear motion valve and are primarily designed to stop, start and regulate the flow. This globe valve is used to stop, start and regulate the flow, correct? The flow pattern through a globe valve involves change in direction, which is result in a greater resistance to flow, causing the high pressure drop. The pressure drop is very high in this type of valve, because here you can see in this figure, this is the direction of flow, correct? Water is flowing like this. Currently the valve is in full closed position. When we rotate this knob, so this barrier will move in the upward direction and water will move like this, correct? So due to this change in direction, there is a greater resistance of flow will develop and there is a high pressure drop in these types of valve. The globe valve is an excellent valve to use for on-off service, correct? But is highly suited for frequent cycling and control of fluids anywhere in amount or volume between the open and closed positions, correct? What does it mean? Where the opening and closing of valves are frequently required, in that places these types of valves are used, correct? So this is all about the globe valve. Now the next valve is gate valve, correct? This gate valve is a sliding type of valve. The gate slides down to close the valve. In fully open conditions, the flow area is equal to the area of the pipe and hence there is negligible pressure drop across the valve, and this gate valve operates slowly. So this is the figure of gate valve, correct? So when you rotate this knob, what will happen? This barrier which you can see here, this is a circular gate. This circular gate will move in the upward direction. So as it moves upward, the opening area of the valve will increase, and when this circular gate will move in upward direction and when it reach here, then the complete cross section area will open, correct? So in that particular case it will be a fully open condition. In fully open condition, the cross section area of valve will become the cross section area of pipe, correct? And whenever you move it downward slowly, it will reduce the flow area, and this is how it regulates the flow. And these valves operate very slowly, correct? So when you give a number of rotation to this knob, then slowly this gate will move in upward and downward direction, and there is a negligible, or we can say very less, pressure drop across this valve. Now the another type of valve is ball valve, correct? Here you can see the figure. A ball valve is a rotational motion valve that uses a ball shaped disc to start or stop the fluid flow, correct? So here you can see this ball shaped disc which is used to start or stop the fluid flow, correct? Whenever you rotate this knob in either direction, it will close or open close and open, and it will allow and stop the flow, correct? So what are the various advantages and disadvantages of using this ball valve? The first one is maintenance and regulates the high volume, high pressure and high temperature flow. This ball valve is used whenever high volume, high pressure and high temperature flow is passing. No lubrication is required due to the shape of this disc. This disc is ball shaped. This ball shaped disc is very easy to rotate, so there is no lubrication is required. The time of valve operation is minimized, correct? So you just need to rotate it in a 90-degree angle, correct? So when you move this knob in 90-degree angle, it will open, and again if you move it in 90-degree angle, it will close. So the time of operation of valve is minimized. But in case of gate valve, it take lot of time, because you have to give it a number of revolution to open and close the valve. But here the very less time is required to operate this valve, correct? It can handle the fluid with suspended solid as well. So because the complete opening along the width is always present here, correct? So no matter if the valve is opened partially or fully, the full width of pipe the flow will take place along the full width of the pipe, so it can easily pass the suspended solid. But in case of the globe valve, if suspended load is present, that suspended load will be settled down here, and only the clean water or the water which is having very less suspended solids will come in this direction, correct? So most of the particle will be settled in this zone, but in this ball valve the complete suspended particle will be flow from here, correct? And what are the disadvantages? It have the relatively poor throttling characteristic, correct? It means with the passage of time this valve will lose, correct? Here no lubrication is required, shape is ball shaped, and when we frequently use this type of valve, it will lose down, correct? So the throttling characteristic of this type of valve is poor, and it is difficult to clean due to its shapes. It leads to the contamination. The another type of valve is needle valve. A needle valve is a type of valve which is having a small port and a threaded needle shaped plunger. So it is a figure of needle valve. In needle valve you can see the needle shaped plunger, correct? You can see this needle here, it is a needle shaped plunger, and this needle valve are usually used in flow metering application, especially when a constant calibrated and low flow rate must be maintained for some time. So first of all, in needle valve, the discharge is regulated using a small needle, correct? So when you rotate this knob, this plunger or needle will move in the upstream direction and flow will take place from here to here, correct? So flow will be take place, or the obstruction will be regulated using this plunger, and basically it is used for the small flow. Whenever flow rate is small or low, in that case it is used, and it is also used for the calibration and where we need to measure the discharge, correct? And if we require the constant low discharge, in that particular case also needle valve is used. But basically needle valve is used for the low discharge, correct? Because of the precise opening, correct? You can see here it is obstructed by a small needle, so it is used for the calibration to measure the discharge and will be used for the low flow rate. Now another one valve is butterfly valve. This butterfly valve is a simple system which has a rotating thin disc which is rotate across the flow, correct? So here you can see this rotating thin disc, correct? So this circular disc is operated using this control knob here, and whenever you rotate this knob, this obstruction, the area of obstruction or area or opening will be changed. It will move along this axis, correct? This is the axis along which this circular disc will move. It is a quick opening valve again, and the pressure drop across a butterfly valve is small. The small pressure drop will take place because most the area of opening will be very large as compared to another type of valve, and it is used with the chemical or corrosive media. And this butterfly valve can be operated manually and automatically. So you can operate this valve manually by using this knob, or you can add this type of valves to your SCADA system, where you can control this using the using your SCADA system, correct? So here are some of the wires or some of the machine mechanism is present which can be connected to your system, and you can operate as per your requirement. Whatever discharge you are required, as per the requirement of discharge, you can operate this type of valve. The another type of valve is diaphragm valve. What is a diaphragm valve? These type of valves get their name from a flexible disc which comes into contact with the seat at the top of the valve body to form a seal, correct? So this is a figure of a diaphragm valve. So how this diaphragm valve works? So suppose the water flow is take place like this, correct? Currently there is no obstruction in the flow, and this valve is in fully open condition, correct? So when you rotate this knob, correct? When you rotate this knob, slowly it will move in the downward direction, and this flexible disc will obstruct the flow like this. This black color flexible disc will take the shape like this, and it will completely obstruct the flow, correct? The valve body may be constructed from the plastic. We can use metal, wood, or any other material. It depends on the intended use. Now what is the advantages and disadvantages of this type of valve? Valve constructing prevent the leakage of the fluid without the use of a gland seal, correct? So basically these type of valve prevent the leakages because there are less chances of leakages, as this flexible disc or diaphragm completely obstruct the flow. So there are very less chances of the leakage. And the disadvantages are these type of valves are generally not suited for very high temperature fluids and are mainly used on the liquid system. in gas system you cannot use this. It is useful for liquid only, and this diaphragm material may get deteriorated if the high temperature fluids are used. So it is basically used for the normal temperature fluids, correct? So this is all about the diaphragm valve. Now another type of valve is check valve, correct? The check valves are non-return valve. These valves allow the fluid to flow only in one direction. Check valve will be open only when the fluid is flowing in the allowed direction. What does it mean? There is certain mechanism in the check valve, but in this particular figure, what is the mechanism of check valve? This is a pin joint, correct? This is a pin joint, or this is a hinge, correct? If water is flow in this direction, what will happen? This particular portion or this obstruction will move in this direction, and water will allow to flow in that particular direction because it is hinged from here. But what when the flow happens in opposite direction, correct? So if the flow is happening in this particular direction, correct, flow is flowing in that particular direction, this flow of fluid will stop this obstruction, correct, because it is a hinge. Whenever fluid flow in this particular direction, the pressure of water will apply here, and this particular obstruction will move like this, and it will stop the flow of fluid, correct? So this type of mechanism is available in check valve, which allows the flow of fluid in only one direction. That is why these check valve are called as non-return valve. If the fluid flows in the opposite direction, the pressure in the opposite direction closes the valve automatically, correct, because it is hinge. It can allow the flow of fluid only in this particular direction. When the fluid will open this obstruction or open this valve, and when the flow passes through here, it will closes the valve. These valves are important for preventing the backflow to the system. If in the system we don't want the backflow, this type of check valve is provided. Basically these valves are also provided in the centrifugal pump during the process of priming, correct? So in priming, in the most downstream location of the pipe, we provide the check valve, so that every time we don't need the process of priming. Once we fill the water into the pipe, the water will remain present all of the time. Safety valve. What is safety valve? Safety valve is also called as a pressure relief valve, correct? Whenever the excess pressure generate in the system, so this safety valve will operate, and it will allow to release the excess pressure, so that it safeguard our systems, which automatically releases a substance from a boiler, pressure vessel, or any other system when the pressure or the temperature exceeds to a reference value or limits. If for a particular system a particular value or limits are given for the pressure and temperature, so if that particular limit is exceed in the system, means our system is in danger. So to prevent this danger situation, a safety valve is provided, and this excessive pressure will be released from the safety valve. This is how it reduces the pressure in the system, and it acts as a safeguard for our system. The primary purpose of a safety valve is the protection of life, property and environment. A safety valve is not a process valve or pressure regulator and should not be misused as such. It is just for the purpose of safety. It cannot be used for the processing, for the pressure regulation and something like that. It should have to operate for one purpose only. There is only a single purpose for the safety valve, that is over pressure protection. It protects our system from over pressure, correct? Now the last one valve is cover valve. These valves are operated by the hand. It is operated manually. It is placed at the dead end or the lowest point in the mains, and they are provided to remove the sand and silt deposited in the pipeline, correct? So basically, if you analyze any water distribution network, so in water distribution network system, water is supplied to the households, correct? But whenever they supply the water, along with water there are some sand and silt or small suspended particles are always present, correct? So with the passage of time, these particles are settled down in the pipes. So how to remove this sand and silt? So these type of valves are provided at the lowest point or at the dead end. Suppose this is a pipeline through which the water is supplied to a city, and there are multiple branches through which water is supplied to the particular colonies, correct? These pipelines are extended into the particular colonies like that, and this is the dead end of the water distribution network. So at this particular point, which is the lowest point or the dead end of the water distribution network, these type of scour valve is provided, so that whenever the water is passing through the system, they will simply open this valve, and whatever sand, silt or solid part is present in the water, that will flush out from the here, correct? So this is a type of valve which helps to remove the sand and silt which is deposited in the pipeline. So by doing the flushing or high pressure water we will apply in the system, and all the settled sand and silt particle will be flushed out from here when we open this valve. So this is all about the type of valves. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, you can hit that like button. You can subscribe our channel Let's Grow for more informative videos. Happy learnings with Let's Grow. Again, thank you very much to watch this video till the end. Okay.